Hello once again, Wildcats. Welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. My name is Paul Roper, joined by Davidson College head football coach Scott Abel after the Cats double up Valpo 42-21. Now 5-2 overall, 4-0 in PFL play. And for the third week in a row, Coach, a Cats running back had at least 3 touchdowns. Mason Sharon with 103 yards and 3 scores. Continues what's been a great season for your offensive line to help control that offense.
Well, what a great day Mason had. And, Mason's burst on the scene this year along with Mari, right? Part of the group we thought was really talented, ready to come into their own in that running back position this year. And so excited for him that, that this Saturday happened for him, right? He's from Indiana, right? I'm sure he had former teammates that he was playing against Saturday. So exciting time for him. And, like every Saturday, it starts for us up front, win the line of scrimmage, and we did a great job of that from the get-go on both sides.
Huff High's Julian Rollins added 2 more sacks on Saturday. Now leads the PFL with 5.5 sacks. How great has it been to see his development since he stepped foot on campus?
Well, Julian's having a great junior year campaign here, and he's continued to get better each and every year, progress. He's developed, and we talk about that in our program a lot, right? As different programs now attack how do they get their roster together and the transfer portal, et cetera, we have really honed in on recruiting and developing, and Coach Jackson's done an amazing job with him, and I'm really proud of him. But on top of that, when you really watch the film, right, Julian is just one of many of our defensive linemen that are playing great and getting after it. And one of his sacks Saturday, Jonathan Hammond did about the most athletic thing I've seen him do, coming off the edge with a spin move, flushed the quarterback right towards Julian. Julian finished the job, right? And so I think you're seeing them work together, as a group, and really proud of them.
Coach, with 4 games left, what part of the team do you think has shown the most growth compared to the start of the season?
I think for us, when you look at our receiving core, we knew how talented they were coming into the year. We thought it was one of our deepest rooms. But now you watch them making plays week in and week out, whether it's Max, Brody, Clarence, Kellen. I'm proud of that group. On top of it, watching them block on the perimeter, how physical they are, they've really come a long ways. And I think they got the best is ahead of them, to be honest. I think they're that talented, and I'm glad they're wearing red and black every week.
Team's always involved with some great service projects, and one of them that's happened the last couple of years that returns for this season is Save a Warrior, which was a venture that was started by Jaden Pask, who's now the coordinator of football development. What can you tell us about Save a Warrior?
Well, Xander's taken it over under Jaden's leadership, and it's been something that I'm incredibly proud to be a part of. And each and every year it reminds us of the bigger picture, right? And this crazy world that we're living in now, and you see all the sacrifices made in our service world. I'm very proud that we are doing a small part, and it's small, certainly, but it's an opportunity for our players to connect with something outside of football that is bigger than themselves, really bigger than what we're doing day to day.
And focusing back on the gridiron, the Cats take on Presbyterian to renew pleasantries in the Carolina Border Clash. The last couple of years have been routes in favor of the Cats, but Presbyterian has improved quite a bit. Not only have they got their first PFL win earlier this year against Dayton, they also have a win against the scholarship program in Wofford. What's your take on the Blue Hose?
I would tell you the win against Wofford was probably the biggest win for our conference in a non-conference game, and they earned it. They played a great game that game, and then they've now gotten their first PFL win. I think they're very dangerous, probably the most athletic team we've seen inside our conference. So we got to be ready to be at our best. I think they're well coached, and so we need a great week of prep. For us, that's where it starts, right? We're a young football team. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves. So what are we doing today? And right now it's about preparation, getting ready for the weekend.
Well, it should be a fun weekend, Coach, with the Carolina Border Clash and the 1919 Cup. Can't wait to get it going. Best of luck this week.
Thanks, Paul.
He's head coach Scott Abel. My name is Paul Roper, inviting you to come to Richardson Stadium Saturday night when the Cats take on the Presbyterian Blue Hose. Plenty of activities. You can either wear black for Blackout Richardson or even a Halloween costume. We'll be celebrating Halloween on Saturday. Maybe I will perhaps have my Super Mario suit, although I don't know if that'll look too good in the press box. But find out on Saturday. If you can't come on Saturday, you can tune in to our pregame show starting at 6:30 on the Davidson Sports Network from Learfield, followed by kickoff at 7. You can also watch it at DavidsonWildcats.com. My name is Paul Roper. He's head coach Scott Abel. We'll see you next week for Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health.